but he feels better.
Yeah, you did great, man.
Yeah. He at the end you leave them associated in that body. And when he said, okay, now step out of the body, he in trance says, fuck that, I'm staying here.
He even said, he's like, bro, I had a six pack and everything.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I had a six pack and then back. I'm like, no, bro.
Good. How about you? Okay, good. So I went out with Kita and she was running in the hall barefooted. Because one thing that you have to understand, and you will learn when it happens, right now you're only going to understand it, is that when people live so much time limited by these kind of things, and they get used to this narrow range of movement, when you fix them, they're so used to being stiff that normal things that now they can do by muscle memory, they do it stiff. So in a way, you have to help them retrain their body that they can actually do these kind of things again. You get it? Because when she ran the first time, I asked her for her shoes. She was running like this. And then I had to remind her, lean your head forward. And then when she did it, what was the word? Oh, I feel more.
Feels better.
Yeah, better. And you said loose. Before I said, do you feel less stiff or more stiff or da boom, blah, blah. But I said awkward. You said, no, it's not awkward. It's like stiff. And then when you did like this, you said, yeah, it feels more loose. Because even though physically they feel better, months or years of being in that position, they have to say, fuck, I'm not the same person. When you did the exercise of the black and white TV when you were a child, right, and then you saw yourself, you were afraid because even though you're an old motherfucker today here with me, when you thought about that thing, you didn't think about that thing with the brain that you have today. You thought about that fear with the brain that you had at that moment. Make sense? So John LaBelle says it all the time. If you don't know how to run your brain will run you most of the time, which is beautiful. You get it? So the fear that she had up here on the right, actually, we changed it to, now I have a baseline, and now let me push myself and see how much better I can get on stretching, on doing weird shit, and blah, 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 because that is the real goal, actually. Make sense? Okay. So which part of your body, of all the things that we have done so far, is the one that has less health in the improvement that you had?
Say that again. Which part has
You yes, you have improved in health here, maybe here. Which part would you like to really, really, really do another session?
my hips?
Okay, good. Come here. So do they feel awkward sitting down or walking? Where? Doing what?
Anything that's for a while. So sitting for a while hurts. Walking for a while hurts.
Okay.
If I walk for a few minutes, it's okay. After a few minutes, it hurts. If I sit for a few minutes, it's okay. If I sit for longer than a few minutes, it hurts.
Okay. How do you call that, doctor? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So okay. So if I ask you, if you think about a color that represents health for you, which one would it be?
Gold.
Gold. Oh, beautiful. Cool one. Second person that says gold. Mine is gold. I thought it was copper, but I was drunk. But it's gold. I think I was having a Moscow Mule in the copper cups. But no.
That's a good one.
Yes, it is a good one. But I like my Scotch straight. So, Betali, my wife, likes to mix weird shit. Oh, try this cocktail. I said, no. Simple, simple. Leave the things that they are from the factory. Keep it simple. You know, my first lesson in marketing was kind of weird because my father, the last 2 years of his military career, they named him the military attaché of Venezuela to Belgium and the European Communion and Amsterdam and Holland. That was the year 97, 98, 99. So the diplomatic mission was 24 months. So I went with him. And we did a tour to the Johnny Walker brewery, right? It was fucking awesome. I was in heaven. And I was only like 19, 20. And they tell you all the process about everything that they have. And you have 8-year-old Scotch, which is red label. Literally, it's red label. Then you have a 12-year-old Scotch, which is black label. Then you have a single malt, which is a green label. Then you have an 18-year-old Scotch, which is gold label. And then you have the 21 that is blue label. I like my Scotches. So after we did the tour, they set us down in this big brown old tables, you know, like Vikings kind of things. And everybody had 5 shots. And how do you call the thing that you put the what? Yeah, each coaster had a number. And the shot only had half of Scotch. And you only had number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And we have bread. So people were not, I'm sensitive to bread and gluten free. No, these weak motherfuckers at that time. So evolution for some people is going backwards. I don't get it. So, all right, drink number 1. So we drank number 1, tasted like they told us, double bar. All right, good. Grab a piece of bread. So you take the flavor out. And now number 2. But they didn't describe nothing. It was just that. And in 10 minutes, we had the 5 shots. And then said, put in front the number that you like the most. And I remember clearly mine was number 2. Okay. For all of you, number 1 was, and they were not in order. So number 1 was the 12-year-old. Number 2 was the single malt and things like that. And they explain each. Whiskey. So there was a motherfucker that I'm ashamed that he was a countryman of mine, that he looked like Bruce Wayne, but in the Batman of the 60s. So he had a shirt without a tie and a fucking ribbon. You know? A ribbon and a coat. And he says, I remember he raised his hand like this. Excuse me. Yes? And the guy says, what I'm going to say, I'm very ashamed, but I have to ask. Maricón de mierda. So the guy says, I'm very sorry to say this, but I know I'm ashamed. In my country, since we live in the Caribbean, I see my countrymen grab a 18-year-old Scotch, put a lot of ice on it, and then put coconut water. What do you think about that sacrilege? And I'm the one with the coconut water when it's fucking hot, and my father too. And the woman said this, are they drinking Johnny Walker? Like, yes. They can put fucking Kool-Aid if they want. You know Kool-Aid? Yeah? Smirnoff, Coca-Cola, as long if it's Johnny Walker. And I couldn't resist. And I said in Spanish, agarra mamahuevos. I said, there you go, motherfucker. Stupid. But anyway, gold level. I don't know. It just reminded me. It was so funny for me. And the guy looked at me. I looked at him, and then he lowered the eyesight. And then when I looked back, he was here. It's like, why are you laughing? It's like, that was so gay what you said. I don't understand. Yeah, but come on, we're here. It's like, actually, what you're saying now is even more gay. Get the fuck out. I have gay friends. But that was very awkward. So if you imagine yourself one moment floating out of you, right? And being, look where the electricity thing is, floating, right? 2 feet above ground, looking at yourself, and your body is made of crystal, so you can see through you. Okay? You can do that? Okay, cool. So let's do this. Okay? Look at me and put this hand in front of mine. Okay? Take a deep breath and look into my eye as you can hear even better every word that I'm saying, and let your hand move with my hand. And as you take another deep breath in and listen to the music different outside in the hotel, you can take another deep breath. And once my hand touches your hand, close your eyes. I want you to keep your eyes closed as I gently grab your arm, and we're going to put it here for a moment. Take another deep breath in and leave it. Because your arm is only going to begin to drop now as you begin to relax, as you feel, as you can go deeper, deeper still, go even deeper, and relax and just let go. Because I'm going to grab your wrist, and I want all of the full weight of your body here. And when I gently drop your arm, I want you to go even deeper inside of you now. And go deeper, deeper still. Because the more you feel that you can take another deep breath and begin to go down inside of you, you can literally begin to relax and soften. Because if right now you begin to float out of your body over that electricity thing in the middle of the room and turn and see your body completely transparent, made of crystal, you can see that almost inside of your body, you have the color of gold, which is health. And I want you to notice that your hips have a different color. And I was born in 1976, the year of the dragon, according to Chinese zodiac. And based on the 27th of August, I'm a dragon of fire. So I'm going to lend you this simple trick, because over there where you are, looking at yourself here beside me, watching almost all of the inside of your body that is healthy gold, notice the different color of your hips in the inside. And each time that you make From there, yourself exhale. Begin to exhale that different color that you have in your hips. And as you exhale it through your mouth, burn that different color where your hips are. Begin now. Make it burn that different color through your mouth. Make her begin to drain that different color of her hips to her throat and burn it through the mouth. Drain it and burn it. Let her open her mouth and burn it. Drain the color and burn it. And once that color is completely drained, let me know with this unconscious movement. Good. Because now make her inhale. Because of all the gases that are in planet Earth, only the oxygen goes through the alveolar in the lungs into the bloodstream, specifically in the red cells, specifically in the iron particles. So each time that you make her breathe, that oxygen is going to turn into gold of health and begin to feel and begin to fill those areas until her whole body is gold in the inside. So each time she takes a deep breath, that oxygen turns into gold until her whole body in the inside has her color of health, which is gold. Deep breath. There you go. And let me know with an unconscious movement when her whole body is filled with this gold of health. Deep breath. Gold of health. Good. Now you can begin to float back into your body. And I want you to feel from the inside out this golden color of health in your knees, in your hips, in your back, in your hands, in your chest. And the more you breathe, the more the oxygen turns into gold. And you feel the health of gold inside of all of your body. And now you can begin to come back having even more the sensation from inner health of gold with your breathing. And feel your body on the couch. Listen to the weird music where people eat. Wiggle your toes. And smiling with no fucking reason, just to be alive and healthy and gold. Open your eyes. Ready for a run?
Yeah.
All right, good. I believe you.
Feels good.
Improvement, right? Yeah. Okay, good. So you're going to work with the same partner, and you're going to, no, actually, you're going to change. You're going to do him the same exercise of gold. Well, actually, his color. So you work with him over here. All right, so you're going to work with him. Lloyd, you work with Ricardo. You work with him. And you work with, who's Poliana? All right, good. Let's do the color of health. Let's pause it, sorry.